So guys, downstairs, I was talking to you about some of the art that Dean does. Well, each one of these styrofoam cups has a different pattern, a different theme, and they go on and on and on and on. Guys, there is literally, I think there could be a couple of thousand here if I'm going to take a guess. And every one of them is different. I mean, how badass is that? Look at this stuff. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, that is so cool. Look at this column in the corner, guys. That's an 8-foot column. And they're all different. So that's just amazing. So Dean, I personally have never seen anything like this type of artwork on styrofoam cups. So tell me about how you came about to do this, the idea with art on styrofoam cups.
Well, when I was a little boy in school, I would doodle on my paper. And years later, when I went into the junkyard business, assumed my dad and mother's place, I would, between phone calls, I would doodle on paper on our notepads that we'd note down whatever happened that day, and I'd flip it over and doodle. Until 39 years ago, I went and had the regular annual physical. The doctor took me in the back room and said, "You got to quit smoking." Told me why I quit smoking. Never smoked another cigarette. So the next morning, I went and bought a to-go cup of coffee and brought it to work with me. I never drank coffee, but I started drinking coffee to help out on the smoking, and I would sip on it till 1, 2 o'clock in the day. And then when I got finished with a plain Jane cup like this, I'd start doodling on it instead of my paper. Never doodle on paper no more. Been doodling on cups ever since, 39 years. That's how long this has been. It got to be something I like to do, and like at home at night in my recliner watching TV, I'll doodle. And sometime I'll have 1, 2, or 3 going at the same time. I get tired doing on one. Some of these cups got a lot more time in it than somebody might think, you know, so you might be 3 or 4 nights on one cup. The record on per cup has been 8 hours. I can do them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. 8 hours has been the record up until a year ago. I was making one that was 14 and a half hours.
Wow.
I got it downstairs in the office. I'll show it to you later if you want to.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
Cups like this, it fades. It takes a lot of time. You got to really concentrate. And right here is a better one for an example. It fades. It gets lighter, lighter, darker, and darker, and that just takes a long time. I don't know how many hours that was, but they do go up to 8 hours on average, and they always use either black or blue ink. And here's one. This is a long time cup. See the way it's faded? So many on here, and it gets light and gets darker. It takes a long time to do that. I put my name on that one, but it just takes a long time.
I mean, Dean, honestly, I love you. Yeah, this is so cool that you just don't see stuff like this every day, and you're the exact reason why I stay on the road, is to find people like you, because to me, it's the guys like you, the women like you that are the real deal, that, you know, people need to know about. There's people like this in this country that exist. And again, I thank you so much.
I got to tell you this. I had this guy to come in here 5 years ago and told me I should put my work on frames. And that's how I got started on the frame. I didn't have one frame in here, and so I started doing them. And what some of my messages is subliminal. You don't know what you're looking at, and especially on the frames. Now I can show you an example right over here if you want to walk over here, and I'll show you one.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. So I'm gonna just stop this right here, and then we'll start the frame segment. Thank you.
About art.
All right. So to me, it almost looks like it could be a dog.
Okay. It really looks like a dog, bird dog looking south.
Right.
What that is a 1956 Cadillac front end fading away. Very subliminal. The dog you see is part of the grill.
I totally see it now.
And the eye is the dog's, the parking lot is the eye's dog. I mean, is a dog's eye.
I totally see that. That is great.
And a lot of my work
Wow.
is that.
That right there, that's awesome. So guys and gals, this is different wall art that Dean also creates. So he doesn't just create on cups. He does wall art and framed art also. And, you know, this is just some of the stuff that he has. He has lots of stuff like peppered throughout this place, actually.
Put on cups runneth over. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is. That's kind of different. Talk to me about this.
Mm-hmm.
Dean.
Hey.
What's this about? All these cups here.
Well, I seen that old door one day laying out back, and I got thinking, what could I do with it? So I decided I'd put it up here, and like the door was open, all the cups ran out. So I called it the cups runneth over.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's so folk arty too, you know.
Yeah.
Which is great. Love it.